Welcome to my biology class. Let us go with plant kingdom in this video. Plant kingdom placed in the fourth kingdom in Whittaker's classification, and this is quite vast from algae to angiosperm. So everything we are just going to deal separately. And before that, you don't have unicellular plants here because everything is being placed under protista. So all multicellular forms, all eukaryotes. That's very important. And according to the nutrition aspect, this is autotroph. 98%, you can say 99% autotrophs, only few are here and there or parasitic or insectivorous or saprophytes, like even in algae some parasitic forms, cephalurus on tea leaves, and in angiosperm cuscuta, orabunci, and then you have Santalum album, Rafflesia, and saprophytic neotia, some insectivorous plants, Drosera, Nepenthes. So there are varieties. So they are all depending on some other source for their food. There are only few exceptions. And when you talk about the general characters in the sense the chlorophyll A, B, and in algae A, C, D, and all that we will see. And before that, there is a small brief thing about classification. So we discussed about Linnaeus classification, 2 kingdom, 3 kingdom, 4 kingdom and all, but we have not dealt about artificial, natural, phylogenetic separately. So in case of artificial classification, we just discussed already that Linnaeus has given just a few morphological characters for considering the thing for a classification, and Andricium, Monandria, Diandria is said. So this classification was an artificial one. So later on, Bentham and Hooker came for a natural system of classification, and they have taken many characters, many external morphology and anatomical characters, and few phylogeny, and then some embryological aspect. Everything is been added in Bentham and Hooker classification. And they wrote a book, Genera Plantarum, also. In that they mention about the characters. And when it comes to the phylogenetic classification, especially by Engler and Prantl, and even Tippo also suggested the phylogeny classification, where only the evolutionary significance have been given a complete importance. And Engler and Prantl wrote a book, Dia Naturalica, Plants and Familia, where he mentioned about the interrelationship between all the plants, whatever thing he has come across. And then now numerical taxonomy, it seems that computerized, the world is behind computers. So every details have been placed in computer data, that is numerical. So it is very easy, even the number of pollen grain also can be counted by using the softwares. And cytotaxonomy, cytological aspects, and the amount of content present in the cytoplasm, and organelles, organelle ribosomes, and all the details about chromosomes, and chromosomal structure, behavior, and protein synthesis, and its number, everything is considered in cytotaxonomy. Chemo taxonomy, the chemical constituent of the plant. For example, the plant which has got a smell of a rose and all have been brought together, smell of a jasmine and all have been brought together. So chemicals are very, so if, in case if a family, two families would have been farther in Bentham and Hooker classification, but chemically they are somewhat similar, means now in this classification everything has become so closer. Like this, the chemistry, that's biochemical, is been given more importance. So these are all just an introduction for this, because simply they cannot start with, since it is coming under the classification. With all this detail, we are just getting into the plant kingdom. Plantae or plant kingdom is divided into two major groups. One is cryptogams and another one is phanerogams. Cryptogams, non-seeded plants, and phanerogams are seeded plants. Non-seeded means then how will they go with? They go with the spore and other modes. Let us go with cryptogams. Have got another 3 divisions, and thallophyta, bryophyta, and pteridophyta. and phanerogams, gymnospermae and angiospermae. So here the thallophyta, previously even the fungi were under thallophyta, now only algae. Under algae you have green algae chlorophyceae, brown algae phaeophyceae, red algae rhodophyceae. And under bryophyta you have hepaticopsida or liverworts, anthoceratopsida or hornworts, or bryophytes, bryopsida, or you can say it is a moss or mussy you can call. And pteridophyta, the third group. Pteridophyta have got four major classes. Psilopsida, its complete extinct forms, Lycopsida, Spinopsida and Pteropsida. And when you come down to phanerogams, gymnosperms are all naked seeded plants, and here Psychotopsida, Coniferopsida, and even the jingoales, Gingopsida were some time back under this Coniferopsida. Now it is a monotypic genera, so they just place it separately. And then Neotopsida. Neotopsida are very much closer to angiosperm in many characters. And angiosperms, this is the golden era of angiosperm, wherein you have dicotyledonous and two cotyledonous plants and monocotyledonous, single cotyledonous plants. So this is the outline classification. In this, the most important thing I wanted to tell in exam point of view is, here I have just written cryptogams. Okay, cryptogams, non-seeded plants. You have non-vascular cryptogams, that is thallophyta and bryophyta. There is no vascular tissue up till this. From pteridophyta only you have vascular bundle. So this is called vascular cryptogams, that is pteridophyta are called vascular cryptogams. But from here there is an origin of or an assemblage of vascular bundle. So this pteridophyta, gymnosperm, angiosperms are otherwise called as even tracheophyta. Trachea means a pipe, you know, this is the trachea, the windpipe. Like that, here the pipe is present, xylem and phloem is there to carry water and prepared food. So from here this is called tracheophyta. And embryophyta, see, there is a formation of an embryo that is not there in algae, and it is only in few cases of rhodophyceae they go with the elaborate alternation of generation. We will see detailing, but here from bryophyta to angiosperm you have an embryo, the formation of an embryo. So these four categories are called as embryophyta. And then spermatophyta. Spermatophyta means the seed forming plants, gymnosperm and angiosperm. In that, gymnosperms is a naked seed, the seeds are naked, it is not covered, and there is no flower also, they just form a cones. And here there is a flowering plants, angiosperms. Flower meant for reproduction. So this is very important in exam point of view, and this thing you have a clear cut idea, so that we go detail in the next video. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you please pass it in the comment and we will just discuss detailing in the next video. Thank you very much.